I never used to lock my bedroom door. Not because I felt safe, but because I lived alone. At least, I thought I did. It started 3 months after I moved into apartment 14C. There was nothing special about the place. Cheap rent, old building, thin walls, the kind where you hear your neighbors coughing, arguing, or dropping things in the middle of the night. But mine were quiet. Too quiet. At first, it was small things. My kitchen cabinet would be slightly open when I knew I had closed it. The bathroom light would already be on when I woke up, even though I always turned it off before bed. Sometimes there was a cold draft in the hallway, despite every window being shut tight. I blamed myself. Stress, exhaustion, work. That's what people do when something feels wrong, but they don't want to believe it. They explain it away, because the truth is usually worse. Then I started hearing footsteps. Not outside my apartment, inside. Soft, slow, careful footsteps. Usually around 13 in the morning. Always the same pattern. 3 steps. Pause. 3 more. Pause. Like someone pacing my hallway, trying not to be heard. The first night, I stayed frozen in bed, staring into the darkness. I told myself it was the building settling, or old pipes knocking in the walls. But deep down, I knew what pipes didn't sound like. Bare feet on hardwood. The second night, I forced myself to get up. I even laughed nervously, trying to make myself feel stupid for being scared. I grabbed my phone, turned on the flashlight, and opened my bedroom door. Nothing. The hallway was empty. The living room was silent. The front door was locked. Every window was shut. But when I turned around, my closet door was open. I never leave it open. I just stood there, staring. My heart was pounding so hard it made my chest hurt. I remember whispering, "Hello," like somehow that made sense. Like maybe if something was there, it would just answer politely. Nothing did. So I checked inside. Clothes, shoes, darkness, nothing else. The next morning, one of my coats was lying on the floor. Maybe it fell. That's what I told myself. A week later, I came home from work and my television was on. Static. Loud. Hissing static filling the apartment. I never left the TV on. And on my coffee table was a glass of water. Half full. I stood there for 10 full seconds, staring at it. I lived alone. No roommates. No guests. No one with a key. I checked every room. Under the bed. Shower curtain. Closets. Nothing. No broken lock. No forced entry. Nothing stolen. So I did the only thing that made sense. I bought security cameras. One facing my front door. One in the living room. One pointed down the hallway toward my bedroom. For the first 2 nights, nothing happened. No sounds. No movement. No alerts. I almost felt embarrassed. Like maybe I really was just paranoid. Then came the 3rd night. I woke up suddenly. No sound. No nightmare. Just my eyes snapping open. My room was dark, but I could feel something was. Wrong. I grabbed my phone. 3 motion alerts. Hallway. Camera. My stomach dropped so hard it felt like falling. I opened the first clip. The hallway was dark and empty for several seconds. Then, my bedroom door slowly creaked open. From the outside, I stopped breathing because I was inside that room, asleep. Or at least, I was supposed to be. I watched my own bedroom door open inch by inch, like someone had been standing there, carefully pushing it inward. The second clip made my blood run cold. A man stepped out of my bedroom, barefoot, tall, thin, wearing dark, filthy clothes. He was wearing my hoodie. My hoodie. He stood completely still in the hallway for a moment, almost like he was listening, or thinking. Then he walked away toward the living room, moving slowly, casually, like he knew the apartment better than I did. I was watching this from my bed, in real time. Someone had been inside my room while I slept. My hands were shaking so badly I nearly dropped my phone. Slowly, I looked up from the screen, toward my bedroom door. It was slightly open, exactly like in the video. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe, couldn't even think. Then, from the living room, 3 steps, pause, 3 steps, pause, coming back, I called emergency services without making a sound. My voice was barely a whisper. I gave them my address as quietly as I could, while those footsteps got closer. Then they stopped, right outside my bedroom door. Silence. Complete, unbearable silence. And then, scratching. Slow, deliberate. Fingernails dragging gently down the wood of my door. From top to bottom, I pressed my hand over my mouth so hard it hurt, terrified that even my breathing would give me away. Then I heard his voice, soft, calm, right outside the door. "I know you're awake." I don't remember much after that, just flashing red and blue lights outside my window, officers shouting, heavy footsteps pounding through the apartment. They found him hiding in the crawl space above my bathroom, a crawl space I didn't even know existed. There was a small maintenance panel in the ceiling of my hallway closet. He'd been living there for weeks, maybe longer. Police found empty water bottles, food wrappers, stolen photos of me, and on his phone, hundreds of videos. Videos of me cooking, watching television, talking on the phone, sleeping. One video was over 2 hours long. It was just me asleep in bed, while he stood beside me, watching. They said he'd likely been entering through an old maintenance route connecting vacant units in the building. He specifically targeted people who lived alone. But the worst part, the part that still haunts me, was when they showed me his face after the arrest. I knew him, not well, but enough. I'd seen him before, at the grocery store across the street, in the laundromat, once. He even held the front door open for me when my hands were full. He always smiled, that normal, forgettable, polite smile. That's what destroyed me, not the hidden crawl space, not the videos, not even his voice outside my door. The smile. Because monsters are easier to survive when they look like monsters. I moved out 2 days later. I left almost everything behind. Furniture, clothes, electronics, even my mattress. People ask if I'm okay now. I always say yes. It's easier, but the truth is, I still lock every door in my home. I check every closet before bed. I sleep with white noise because silence terrifies me more than noise ever could. And sometimes, for no reason at all, I still wake up at 13 in the morning. No sound, no nightmare, just my eyes opening suddenly, and for one horrifying second, I swear I can still hear it. 3 steps, pause, 3 steps, right outside my door.